What impact do you think the dam's destruction could have on counteroffensive operations?
I think it's too soon to know, to be honest with you. Again, I won't speak to Ukrainian military operations in any way whatsoever. But right now, the immediate focus is rightly on all the Ukrainians whose lives and towns and villages are affected by this flooding and making sure that they have the aid and assistance that they need. But right now, too soon to assess what kind of impact it's going to have on the battlefield.
And one more in the Discord leaks. There's a report in the Washington Post that the U.S. had reports that Ukrainians were planning an attack on the Nord Stream pipeline. Do you have any comment on the intelligence report of that? And there are also suggestions that Russia may have been responsible for that. You know, why was Russia initially, figures pointed at Russia when the U.S. might have had information that Ukrainians were planning this?
So I'm certainly not going to engage in a discussion about intelligence matters here from the podium, specifically with regard to that disclosure or any of the other. And in this case, certainly not going to speak to one that the Washington Post even said was not corroborated by U.S. intelligence agencies. Now, I think you know there are 3 countries conducting an investigation of the Nord Stream sabotage, and we called it sabotage at the moment: Germany, Sweden, and Denmark. Those investigations are ongoing. And again, the last thing that we're going to want to do from this podium is get ahead of those investigations.
Thanks. John, you just said that you can't say conclusively what happened at this point with regards to the dam. You also did note, though, that the Russian forces have been occupying this dam since last year. So is your assessment at this point that it is more likely than not that Russian forces are responsible for this rather than Ukrainian forces?
We haven't made that determination.
And have you determined whether this was an intentional act?
Again, we're still trying to gather information and talking to the Ukrainians about that.
And then thirdly, President Zelensky said that he believes it's impossible to blow up this dam from the outside by shelling, for example. Is that also the U.S.'s assessment that this would have to be done from within?
Haven't come to a final conclusion.
Thank you.